home. The deadline to qualify for 2025 tax deductions is March 2nd. Learn more at visioncu.ca.
With Halley and Douglas on Sport 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of America's best beef jerky.
Good morning. Thank you for tuning into Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas. We got Josh Fenwick, Country Mac here, as well as we roll through the Friday edition of the program. Brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at willhawkbeefjerky.com. Go pay him a visit in Leduc. Tell him we said hello. Grab a bag or two. And I think I'm actually going to have to make an order right away here, Duke. Rally the troops and see who else wants to get involved in this one. Because when we do an order, everyone at Stingray really wants to get involved. Condolences, Duke. I see the text rolling in here. I just want to pass along my condolences to your family. Your grandfather, 99 years old, man.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Thank you, by the way, very much. And same to everybody that texted in. I didn't want to, put any kind of a damper on the show, but did want to give some recognition to a man for a great life lived. Mm-hmm. And it's at 99. I don't know what else much more you can ask for out of a life. So really cool.
When my grandmother passed away at the age of 90, I remember like kind of a little comfort and like what a life, like the things they would have seen. Heck, they got to see the Oilers win 5 cups. I haven't even seen one, So, the invention of travel and living through wars and things of that sort, like what a life. Again, just condolences to your family. We'll talk some sports here, be a little bit of a distraction. Lots to get to. I mean, hey, the Edmonton Oilers, 3-game winning streak. Wow. What? How the heck did that happen?
Nice
Especially
to meet you.
In that game last night where it's 3-0 San Jose. I'm thinking, all right, what are we doing here? I tweeted it. We gave tickets away to a father-daughter combo to go to the game, and that was her first game. What did we do? I was like, well, not going to be fun. Well, I'm hoping that father-daughter combo stuck around for the entirety of the game because the Edmonton Oilers, they rallied as they do. And, they're starting to look like that team we've seen in overtime. Because at the beginning of the year, overtime wasn't necessarily the Oilers' friend. But as of late, when they get to the extra period, the free hockey, they seemingly do a little bit better here. And they've won their last 2 in overtime, beat the Ducks on Monday. And last night's game was a whole lot of fun. I guess the key to that one is in that third period when you're trailing 3-0, you got to find a way to score early. And once you get the early goal, you're giving yourself a chance. Leon Draisaitl, his 26th of the season, put them right in that position. Now, usually you want to score probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes. The Oilers didn't do that. They waited for about 4 minutes left in the game. Connor McDavid, heck of a shot through traffic, puts him within 1, and then Evan Bouchard, as he's done a few times. Pretty clutch player in his career. Scores with 59 seconds left to even things up. And then in overtime, Hyman. He buries it. His 22nd goal of the year. He continues to be on fire. And the Edmonton Oilers get the win. You got to also, I think, give some credit to Connor Ingram. Give the 3 goals. That's tough. But don't give up that next one.
Shuts it the rest of the way, right? I think that is very, very much worth some credit. And very quickly, Connor, it was a talking point for me over the course of the morning with different guests and stuff. The Hyman overtime goal, offensive pass interference, push off.
Well, you're creating space. You're hand fighting.
Yeah. Now we go to Gene Sterator on the call here. So he's like, yeah, Mike, I'm not seeing enough there to generate a flag. Just a little hand fighting. That's just good, clean football. Good call by the referees.
I like that. Hey, you're 3-on-3. Let them play. Let them fight a little bit. I could see maybe in football if there was a chance to overturn it, maybe you'd look at it. But
yeah, where's the challenge flag?
Yeah, throw the challenge.
Why have we not got to that point yet in the NHL where coaches are allowed to challenge, but they just call the ref over and say, "Hey, I want to challenge." I want something a little more dramatic. Like have them a little kerchief in their pocket that they.
Those things that you pop and they explode.
Oh, those confetti cannons.
Yeah, confetti cannon. Maybe.
What a mess that would cause.
Another delay here.
Well, that's good for how long the reviews take. Sometimes it would give them ample allotted time to get the confetti scraped off the ice and whatnot.
Or maybe, you could trust a player when he tells you. Like Malcolm celebrating.
There was another unpopular opinion I had this morning. Just because he didn't hit him in the face doesn't mean it's not a high sticking penalty.
Where'd he get him though? Shoulder? Okay. I mean, the reaction too. That's another reason why I'm like, we can't blame players for the reaction sometimes and call like dive. Like he clearly, it was a reaction.
It's an instinct.
He wasn't trying to get a penalty because he immediately goes and says, I did not get hit in the face. Refs, like you say, if the stick was high, caught him high, the penalty remains. But I think Macklin Celebrini made a few fans in Edmonton with that one. Even though I think they booed him afterwards.
They booed him afterwards.
I don't think fans in arena saw that he tried to wave it off, but booed him after anyways. They're going to be cheering for him in 2 weeks. I'll tell you that much, because he is a heck of a player and could be Connor McDavid's line mate when they get going over in Italy. Also in the game, Evan Bouchard, now leading the NHL in points. Granted, similar to McDavid and McKinnon, Cale Makar does have 3 games, but then how about Zach Werenski? Only played 48 games this year, 57 points. He's a stud. Like, I remember 4 years ago, my buddy, we'd always do little parlays on anytime point player, and he would always go with Werenski. He's like, this guy's good. This guy's good. Had some injuries 3 years ago, but the last 2 years, this year and last year, guy's been an absolute stud. He's averaging well over a point a game for the Columbus Blue Jackets, who, I don't know, dude, offensively loaded isn't a term I would use. He's also playing 26 and a half minutes per game. Like,
is that a lot?
He's a pretty good player, I would say.
He's a very good player. And for so much of the season, and I've been, I guess, guilty of it as well, if that's the phrase we want to use, of saying, yeah, it basically doesn't matter what Cale Makar does the rest of this year. The Norris Trophy is his for the taking. Now, Evan Bouchard catches him in the point race. We have short memories a lot of the time as sports fans. This is a season-long award, right? Yeah. So that I do think that the first month and a half of the year that Evan Bouchard played can't be disregarded. We're talking about it now. The whole team was poor and almost to a man. But if you're talking about the trio of Makar, Werenski, and Bouchard, he absolutely deserves to be in consideration at this point. Yeah, it might be a little bit of a closer vote if it were to happen today than, say, a month or so ago in how the voting public would be casting.
Absolutely. I mean, the hat trick for Bouchard probably puts you a little bit more on the spotlight. I mean, people will always remember his defensive downfall. That's just who he is. And, that's the era we live in on the internet. Whenever he does something good, someone's going to be like, well, his defensive game, and they'll post an old video and, do that sort of thing. For those who might be curious, Lane Hudson, 4th in points, Quinn Hughes, 5th. And then how about Darren Radish? Brother of Taylor Radish?
15th goal of the season last night.
47 points, plus 18. Undrafted, 29 years old, just stepping in and helping.
Yeah, it's been like he's to an extent kind of saved Tampa Bay season because they've had so many injuries on the back end. It's a big guys, McDonough, Hedman, missing time. I think even Moser might have been out for a little bit. And he has just like relished in the chance to play on the power play. He's got an absolute cannon from the point. The numbers show that it's kind of actually pretty similar to the Evan Bushbaum that we see here in Edmonton in terms of the ability to shoot the puck at such a high velocity on a near shot-to-shot type basis, right? The regularity that he's able to shoot the pill that hard. But yeah, man, 15 goals at this stage of at this point of the year for a D-man is nothing to shake a stick at.
You pick him up on waivers maybe in fantasy.
Maybe if we rewind the clock to like October 28th.
That's when you got to be doing it. We didn't have that information for you. Our apologies. The text line is 1-833-401-1440. We do have the $50 gift card to First Round to give away.
All right.
Have we ever asked people their favorite wings?
Flavor of wings?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe.
It was either that or I wanted to ask who you would take with you if you won the $50 gift card.
Who would you treat to lunch?
Yeah. So maybe that'll be the question.
Okay.
So if you win the $50, well, you have to text us first.
Yeah, it's a bit of a catch-22.
Text us 1-833-401-1440. Who would you take to first round? You know, you got a $50 gift card. You could buy them wings and a beer. Who would it be? Let us know and we'll pick
Then maybe
one
even
winner.
like nachos for the table or something.
Ooh, yeah, absolutely. Maybe something else. Maybe goaltenders. Split those, get some tots, a couple tots each. There you go. Let us know. 1-833-401-1440, and we'll do that by the end of the show. Triple Cena trucks at Cajun hot salt and pepper. That was going to be our question, but we changed it up a little bit.
Feel free to let us know anyway. In conjunction, two-parter.
Yeah.
You got to tell us who'd you take and what would you order.
I'm good with both. Eli says I'd take Zach Hyman if I could be so lucky.
Treat him to a nice night out.
He deserves it. What a run he's been on as of late. Monty says, I take my wife or maybe my girlfriend. Ooh.
Whoa.
Why not both, Monty? Why not both? A lot of them rolling in here. We'll get there in a second. We'll talk some more sports here. I don't know if you saw the Minnesota Vikings firing their general manager today as well.
Donovan broke that news to us right at the end of the show with then the caveat that he couldn't pronounce his name. So it's just the Minnesota Vikings have fired their general manager, buddy guy.
He didn't want to take a shot.
I told him to give it a shot. He would not.
Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah.
Yeah.
It's not that hard to say.
That's what I kind of thought.
If I said Kwesi.
It's pretty phonetic. Kwesi.
Adofo, Adolfo, Mensah. He's not going to be any Mensa meetings, is he?
The name itself is quite phonetic. I was already giving Donovan a hard time about some of his math skills earlier in the show, so he didn't want me to double down and ridicule his language abilities either. So maybe that's why he was a little shy about it.
I mean, I've been there.
Oh, haven't we all?
I mean, you just get that name. There was a trade that broke. Was it 2 days ago? Who was it?
In the
NHL. It was at like 5:57. And right as it happened, Gregor throws me down his laptop. And it was a European name that I have never pronounced before. I was just like reading it.
Oh, Maxim Siplikov? Like in the Palat trade?
Who was he? Maybe.
He was traded for Palat the other day.
Yeah.
Or Gavin, on January 24th, a week ago, it was Gavin Bayrether.
No, it was this week.
Victor Nikchev.
Behind the scenes, it was quite funny because I wasn't on YouTube, but Gregor gave me his laptop. So I was like midway through the NBA. I read an NBA or the scores. I get to we got to trade in the NHL, read it. And then I'm just holding a laptop.
Staring at it.
As I'm trying to read more. So then Declan swoops in and grabs the laptop. It was quite the melee.
It's moments like that are why we do not have the updates on camera, and we just got the banner over the screen if you're watching along on YouTube or any other the available sites.
It was funny. Anywho, not funny. A man loses his job. I'm sure he's got connections in football. He'll be back.
Yeah.
But a little bit, the timing might have been a little surprising.
That's where I'm surprised, and it's almost, and I know this isn't actually the case, but you look at it, it's like, wait a minute. Like the Vikings ownership is like, wait a minute, Sam Darnold took his team to the Super Bowl? Why isn't he our quarterback still? You're out of a job.
Well, they just listened to Fantasy Frenzy. Maybe they would have put a franchise tag.
They would have franchise tagged him.
Man, we preached it from the rooftop.
Connor, have you thought about applying for this now open position as GM of the Minnesota Vikings?
I should. That would be my only,
qualification. Does that count as a qualification?
It's like, I got one take, maybe right.
Yeah,
maybe it wouldn't matter.
Look at it. It's even on camera. You just hold it up to Vikings ownership.
They're like, he's got something here.
This man knows ball.
I feel like I would need a really good capologist as well if I were ever to dabble in that. I don't think it's very easy to be a GM in sport.
Oh, no. As much as we all love to be armchair GMs, the real gig a little bit tougher.
I'd be like calling the Chargers. Oh, I'll give you 9 and Jefferson for Herbert. I'd just be making trades for my favorite players. Might not go very well.
Yeah, not an effort of making the team better, but just like for your own personal fantasy camp. You get out there as the GM, be like just like how Harbaugh would do warm up with Herbert catching his passes. You'd be out there. Hey, don't worry, guys. I'll take a few of these
in my gloves
and
cleats.
Whoa, Justin, you're really zipping them in there today. I can picture it now.
What are you and Madison doing tonight?
You and your new best friend Justin.
Man,
is that who you would take to first round?
No, you know what? He's an outdoorsy guy. He's a fisherman. We might not get along that well. To be honest with you.
Connor Halley, a noted, documented city slicker.
Yeah. Fishing's boring. I wouldn't want to do that. So I mean,
Don't let Carius hear you say that. He'll condemn you.
we went to my buddy's cabin up at Calling Lake, and I was like, let's go in the water, let's fish. Got out there, like, this is boring.
All right, so what do we do now? And
Yeah.
you're like, well, you can drink beer. It's like, I already drank all the
You
beer.
drink all my beer.
And guess what? We're like 3 miles from more beer
Yeah.
from the shore. So what do you want me to do?
Found a fish floating, picked it up, told
Take-
everyone I caught it.
Take it home, sizzle it up.
Fed it to them. No, didn't do that. But yeah, that was my fishing adventure. Ashley wants to do ice fishing one day, and I'm like, for Benny, I would, but I'm not going to happen.
Ice fishing does seem more attractive than real fishing for certain elements, but also you got to have the right setup because you can't be freezing your bag off out there. You got to have the shack with the heater, maybe even like a nice little stove, stoking it up. But you're not stranded anywhere. You have essentially unlimited supplies, beer, food, whatever you want. It's just in the hole. It's not going anywhere. It's not like you're floating around.
Exactly.
So that's great. But also, the scenery, the peacefulness of being out on the lake by yourself, maybe.
Picture this. I'm on a dock. No, I could probably enjoy it a little more.
Dock fishing, hey?
Yeah. Just hanging out. Maybe a yacht. Yacht or dock. That's it.
Yacht fishing. Donner's only 2 options.
Yeah, other than that, probably not going to do it. Very quickly, we asked you guys for a chance to win a $50 gift card to First Round. Who would you take with that $50 gift card? Pillman says it'd be you two gentlemen during your 23-hour break. Oh, Pillman. Good answer. Good answer. Tim Southside said I would take my wife, our baby, and our 4-year-old Charlie just to sit around right now, picking them up from school. Oh, kindergarten? Daycare. Play school. Got to be play school. Jane Victoria says I would donate mine to Mac, the intern, for last day, and Josh for the hard work on In and Out.
So neither of those things are true. It's not Mac's last day. She's just going to be moving to, she's still going to be on Fantasy Frenzy, but now probably some more time on the lowdown and whatnot. She just won't be on the morning show anymore. And Josh did not do In or Out today. That was Donovan.
Oh, well, yeah.
And Donovan's already gone, in case anybody was wondering. When I proposed the notion at the end of the Carrie show saying maybe Donovan will stick around, no, the nap was calling to him too much today.
Donovan also goes the first round 82 times a year.
Yeah, that first round or that gift card will be wasted on him.
Yeah. So
that'd just be a drop in the bucket. Pointless.
Triple Cena Truck says I would take me. So I get 6 free beers and all 6 entries into the raffle. Oh, yeah. They got good prizes down at First Round.
Yeah, I think because we got 3 tables left to give away for their Super Bowl party. I think we're going to do 2 of them on the Carrie show next week and do 1 on Fantasy Frenzy.
Oh, sweet.
And it's, table for 6. You get entered into all the raffles. You get beers, some kettle chips, and, of course, the priority seating to watch the game. Best seats in the house.
Dip with the kettle chips?
That's a good question. I don't know.
French onion or something? Ooh, that'd be good. Trailer Park Ryan says, I would definitely take Strutty. I would order some honey hot wings and a nice IPA.
Is that Strutty's go-to order? Or is that just Trailer Park Ryan's go-to order?
I think Strutty would take a nice Bud Light, Coors Light, and then maybe a China White, and then maybe some nachos with just cheese. White. Gordo says, I would take my wife on a lunch date and order nachos and hot wings. Andrew would take his dad. He broke his femur. He's 73. He's been in bed for months.
Oh, that's tough, Andrew. Wishing your dad well.
Jim would take his 2 sons and hot wings all the way. Titan says hot wings with LT. Can LT handle the heat?
It's a good question. I've never asked.
I think he's a salt and pepper kind of guy. Coming from a salt and pepper kind of guy.
Yeah, you're like Low Tide and I are kindred spirits. We must like the same kind of chicken wings.
It's probably possible. Sean says, if I get this gift card to First Round, I would take my employees for some frosty beers and nachos. Who are your employees? Are you the cool boss? Do you do that anyways? Are you like, I'm thinking like a construction foreman, maybe? I'm curious what Sean does. Let us know. We won't read it on air. Delta Valley Jeff says, I take my fiance to First Round and then maintain heavy, awkward eye contact when the bill comes to the table and hope she covers the balance after the gift card is used. I think that's fair.
Be like, babe, come on.
Yeah. I covered the first 50. You get the rest.
And I got this 50. She'd be like, yeah, but that 50 is not even your own money. And he'd be like, yeah, but I earned it.
Yeah.
By being a dedicated listener of Fantasy Frenzy.
It's like sometimes when Gregor gives tickets to a kid and the kid comes on air, like first time, never been to a hockey game before, he'll say, you got the tickets, they buy the popcorn.
Yeah.
Like, I got the first 50, you get the rest. Chili lime wings would bring my dad on a great Sunday afternoon from No Name. Here's the thing. We need your name. We do need your name. Stulo says, I would take 49 other listeners and get everyone a side of gravy for lunch. Is the gravy only $1?
That's like standard, just like a side or an extra dip.
I actually thought about that because sometimes I'll bring, like today, I brought some shredded chicken. And if I had a bun, I could make one heck of a good little gravy chicken sandwich. Like Swiss Chalet style.
With the side of gravy that you would get in first round?
I'd have to go get a side of gravy. But where would they go? Like DQ maybe? KFC?
Yeah, they have gravy. They have gravy too.
First round would probably be the best.
just walking up to the counter of like any fast food restaurant, I'd be like, yeah, just get a side of gravy.
Yeah.
They'd be like, no, you absolutely cannot do that. By the way, I'm calling the police.
Well, we don't need that. Cat Dad would take his buddy Chris, Country Mac in the studio. I'd take my cousin so we could finally catch up and catch an Oilers game together. That'd be nice. Manny's with me. Hate camping. You do everything you do normally, but it's colder and dirtier. I actually don't mind camping. It's just fishing. If I'm on land, I'm good. Something about water. Greg would also take himself, leave his wife at home. I wonder if your wife's listening. Probably not. But maybe. Maybe you're in the car together. Triple C says, I do the reverse. I bring a bun with butter and I go to Subway and ask for a side of meat and cheese. It's only like $3.
If you do that, you belong in prison.
Well, the bun, like from when I worked at Save-On, I would get a Michelina's and a bun, a little Italiano, and it'd be like $3. So I get it. Greg says we are in the car listening. Hello, Greg's wife. We wouldn't let him do that. If he wins, he has to take you. Okay, we'll take a break here. When we come back, more text into 1-833-401-1440. Share your thoughts. What do you think about the Vikings firing their GM? How about Giannis? Where do you think Giannis Antetokounmpo will land when he's traded out of Milwaukee? Oilers in action on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, taking on Minnesota. Panarin. Where did Panarin end up? There's so many things you can text us, or just your general thoughts. 1-833-401-1440. It's Fantasy Frenzy, brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
When picking a New Year's resolution, try to avoid things you have no influence over.
Like bringing home the cup? That would be awesome.
But completely outside your control. Instead, pick something you can control, like bringing home some Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
That would also be awesome. But what if we brought the cup home to Canada and it was filled with Will Hawk Beef Jerky?
Okay, I'll allow it.
Will Hawk Beef Jerky, only available in Leduc. Get yours today, because you don't win cups with salad.
Do you work for a company that wants to reach people who love sports? Or maybe you're looking to hire people who love sports. Sports 1440 partners with dozens of local businesses, connecting with tens of thousands of Edmonton sports fans every day. On the radio, on the listening apps, on YouTube, and on social media. Contact our sales team today to see what Sports 1440 can do for you. Email Gregor at sports1440.ca to get started.
Legacy Heating and Cooling offers no payments and no interest for 1 year on your new furnace. So, when you wake up to no heat, call Legacy. Call Legacy. If you need it immediately with no overtime rates. Call Legacy. If you need it immediately and want to combo it with AC. Call Legacy. Call Legacy. No payments and no interest for 1 year on your new furnace. It could only be Legacy Heating and Cooling.
You wanted local sports on weekends. Saturday mornings at 9, check out the Saturday Sports Setup, where we'll tee up what's happening on the weekend sports scene. Tune in Saturday morning at 9 on Sports 1440.
Every morning, you look in the mirror and see less of yourself. Hair loss can feel like losing a part of who you are.
But it doesn't have to be that way. Hi, I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. At Advanced Hair and Skin Surgery, we understand the pain of hair loss. Our advanced hair restoration solutions won't just bring back your hair. They'll help you face the mirror with confidence.
Good morning, you sexy beast.
Visit drvanceelliott.com today because it's time to be the man you remember.
Looking for auto parts without the dealership price tag? You'll save big here at Ed's Auto Salvage in Westlaw. From engines and alternators to doors and glass, we carry quality tested used parts at unbeatable prices. Why spend thousands when you can spend hundreds? Keep your car and your budget running strong with Ed's Auto Salvage. I'm Lisa, inviting you to stop in soon or visit us online. We offer province-wide shipping and daily delivery to Edmonton. edsautosalvage.com.
Get the inside scoop for your team on Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas on Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:26. Welcome back to Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Country Mac, Josh Fenwick around here somewhere. If you don't see us on YouTube, that's why. Just wandered away. Text line's 1-833-401-1440. Of course, you can always watch us on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Instagram. Josh got in a little FaceTime there. Our question today for a $50 gift card to first round is, if you went to first round, who would you take with you? Jamie from the Bow says, I would take my wonderful girlfriend who loves honey, hot wings, and beer. Also watch any NFL or Oiler game with me. Good answer. Good answer. This segment is brought to you by elksnation.ca, 2-weekly podcast with Eddie Steele and Declan Kruger, breaking down the green and gold. Speaking of that, check out elksnation.ca content, but also they'll have articles as well discussing the news. Cam Tate's poll question today at Sports 1440, or for the 2-minute warning, is Trey Ford was released. Do you think it happened because, one, he isn't a starting quarterback, or two, Chris Jones misused?
Is there a both option?
There's both, yeah. I mean,
is he not a starting quarterback because he wasn't developed properly? And at this point now, you have to kind of cut bait because of the money, and you have a salary cap, and you got to figure things out while you can before paying a big bonus out. I think there's many factors at play on that question.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's that simple. Like, I think that he was misused. There was also, from what we heard, some lack of willingness to be used in different roles, different packages. And I think this is a good situation for him. For the Elks, obviously, a little bit of a distraction gone. I don't think that he was pushing for starting time anyways, but also for him, a chance to go somewhere else and, maybe change his outlook on things, maybe get into a better system. For me, BC seems like a good landing spot.
Well, yeah, my next question was going to be, you think he does latch on?
Yeah.
As obviously as a backup, like, there's, correct me if I'm wrong, there's no starting jobs open in the CFL right now.
No, not really. But I think backup, and honestly, like, be willing to go in, because you can do 2 QB sets in the CFL. Like, the things you could unlock, I think, with 2 quarterbacks, it wouldn't just make it, it's not going to revolutionize the game and change it and it becomes standard practice. But I think a wrinkle every once in a while, just, utilizing his speed, maybe have him in the flat, throw it out there to him, let him run or throw. Like, he's just such a great athlete. Just get the ball in his hands, let him do things. We saw that in Edmonton a lot. I mean, the amount of times he would make plays out of nothing was unbelievable. He's got the talent, and I think an opportunity was needed. But the last couple of years, you're even going back to McLeod Bethel Thompson. Like, there was the back-to-back against Winnipeg where I thought, Ford didn't have a very good game the first matchup. I was like, let him go again. Let him see what he's learned from that game. They went to MBT. They got stomped. Then there was games where, MBT would play strong, and then they'd switch back to Trey Ford, and it just seemed like it wasn't ever going to work in Edmonton. So hopefully he goes somewhere. His role is, there, and I would just be like, 1-year deal. Maybe hit the free agency again. See what you get out of wherever you end up next, and then, try to land a starting job elsewhere. Because like you said, I think right now it's probably tough. We also had some sad news today that Catherine O'Hara passed away, who is the star of, Schitt's Creek, but also Home Alone and many other things. That was reported by TMZ official account here. So don't want to be like spreading rumors or anything like that. But some sad news there. 1440 Salsa texted in saying, probably Edmonton's #1 Vikings fan. Ooh. I went and watched Darnold dummy the Vikings in Seattle 33-0. He was in our locker room last year. Daniel Jones was in our locker room last year. Both of these chaps were the best quarterbacks in the NFL through 8 games this season. Sam Darnold is the Super Bowl. These quarterback moves ultimately fell on the GM and not KOC. McCarthy's leash is very, very short. 9?
I kind of just touched on this topic with Jesse Pierce, obviously a hockey writer out of Minnesota, but diehard Vikings fan, and she actually does cover the team a little bit too. And she seems to be totally out on JJ McCarthy. Now, is that for her and maybe any other Vikings fans that feel the same way? Is that just enhanced by the success Sam Darnold had this year? Like if Darnold went out and was just okay and made the playoffs, lost the division round, whatever, but like not spectacularly flame out, not lead his team to the Super Bowl, as we've seen here, would they be more receptive to this feeling it out process with JJ McCarthy? Or is it because they recognize, like, we had that guy, he won 14 games for us, we let him leave for nothing.
Yeah.
And this is what we are left with.
I mean, when he's on a 1-year contract, he's going to leave for nothing. When are you going to trade him, right?
You keep him.
You keep him. And that's what I would have done, right? Like I'm fully on board with that one. I agree with you. Now you keep him. I just go back to their offseason. They signed Jonathan Allen, 3 years, $60 million. They signed Javon Hargrave, 2 years, $30 million. They added Will Fries out of the Colts. It was 5 years, $88 million. Rondale Moore. So you look at Byron Murphy, paid him to stick around in Minnesota, 3 years, $66 million. They signed Aaron Jones, or re-signed, I would say. They brought in a lot of guys. You pay Sam Darnold, you don't get those guys. Ryan Kelly also signed from the Colts. So, yeah, you wouldn't have got some of these guys, obviously, have you kept Sam Darnold. But, yeah, it's a miss. I think that you talk about 9. McCarthy, he owes a lot of things to Jim Harbaugh hyping him up in the draft.
He basically like single-handedly turned him into a top 10 pick. Yes, by word of mouth.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like, he did it at Michigan, won a natty. There's some scandal there, of course, but also kind of on the backs of a couple of good running backs as well. So if you we've talked about it with Bryce Young. Well, what did he have at Alabama? Get him weapons. He can make it work. Maybe it's the same with McCarthy in Minnesota. Get him a really good run game. And maybe that's what he is. Like, there's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL like that. You give them a run game, does it play action?
Life gets a little easier.
Exactly. Life gets easier, buys you a little more time in the pocket. Maybe there's a solution there. But I think when you look at the Minnesota Vikings job right now, you got 2 good receivers. Hawkinson is okay tight end. You put a lot of money in your lines. I don't know. I don't know if there's a promotion from in-house that would be best, but at this point, heading into February, we're already at the Senior Bowl right now, right? Like Senior Bowl practices are going on in Mobile, Alabama. They're a little bit behind, so I don't.
For sure you are.
I don't know who that GM is going to be that comes over, and I mean, if they're already in the game, then they would have all their notes from the players. But things change quickly, and that's a tough division now. Minnesota Vikings kind of falling back if they don't get better quarterback play. The Lions, I would assume, would bounce back. Crazy that they didn't make the playoffs this year. We thought probably had them locked in. But the Bears and Packers taking steps forward. Text line is 1-833-401-1440. And hot salsa. Do you know any Vikings fans in the Edmonton area? I know a couple.
Eddie Steele.
Playbook Vic, who can't listen to us anymore because he got a real job or a different job.
Trying to think, are there any other in and around our sphere? Well, isn't your friend Britt Prendergast
Britt's a big Vikings fan? My buddy Greg is a big Vikings fan.
I'm trying to think if I think Eddie is the only one I really know.
Here's a question for you. Have you noticed on social media people that like aren't really sports fans are all of a sudden either Patriots or Seahawks fans? You getting that at all?
Yeah, it's called the Super Bowl every year.
I hate it. It's like, you are a fan. I've never seen you talk about it all year. Didn't hear you talk about it the last 3 years. Now that they're in the Super Bowl, big fan. Oh, I got a text. Gene Principe, Vikings fan.
Gino texted you?
Yeah.
What a legend.
Sorry, Hot Salsa. Gene's
the new
Vikings fan.
biggest Vikes fan.
But anyways, I've seen it popping off for like someone I've known for years. And no, now you're this fan. There was one person I followed, went to elementary school with him, Patriots fan for the longest time, and then became a Niners fan. I was so livid.
What?
Like, how can you cheer for all these good teams and my team is terrible?
Well, it sparks another the great Kevin Carius debate about which NFL team is he actually a fan of.
Kevin just loves ball, though.
He's a bandwagon hopper.
But he was a Chargers fan at one point.
That's what we kind of got into this again the other morning, I think maybe it was yesterday with Laddie, because Kevin, growing up in Saskatchewan, got Detroit cable. So he grew up watching Lions games. And
that seems weird. Like it should have been Minnesota.
Right. But the point remains, that's what he had.
Go ahead.
No, it's okay. And so he was a Lions fan growing up, and then he kind of developed this affinity for the San Diego Superchargers. They moved to LA. He's like, F that. I don't want to cheer for them anymore. He goes to a game in LA to watch the Rams play just as a general football fan. That's where he was on holiday or whatever. Buys a little Rams sweater with the logo on the chest.
Yeah.
Wears it here in studio sometimes. People, when they come on, either in video or guest, whatever, they say, oh, are you a big Rams fan? His counter to that is now, what's the school in town that's the Rams? FX. Yeah. He'll tell them, no, it's FX, which is a lie. But he does it to misdirect attention. MTR loves giving it to him more than anybody, saying like, I'm sorry, Kevin, which of the 16 teams are you rooting for this week?
Well, and
the answer is none of them. He doesn't really have a favorite team.
Do you need to have a favorite team? Because like Gregor was a Dolphins fan.
Just
went to the Bengals.
The Rob Lowe strategy, just the logo, the shield.
I mean, like I feel like eventually you're gonna have like teams you prefer, but remember when Gregor was like, I'm done with the Dolphins, don't like their owner, went to the Bengals, but he said like, you like the helmets, but it wasn't there. So and then his son became
he tried to be a fan and just it didn't. The spark
didn't work. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a buddy that he lived across the hall from me when I lived in Lister, my first year of university, and he was trying to get into football. And he wanted to pick a favorite team, and so he's like, I don't know what to do. Like the options are too daunting. I don't want to be a bandwagon guy. I don't want to pick for a team that stinks.
Yeah.
So I was still playing Madden a lot of the time. Brought him over to our room, put on Madden, and just like hit the randomizer. I think it was 5 times total. And then he picked, so of those 5 options generated by the randomizer, he picked one of them, I think, if I remember it correctly. And he ended up with the Colts.
Okay.
This was 2013 when this happened. So Colts are still a good team. Or right before they drafted Luck, or right after? Was Luck the 2012 draft?
2012 sounds about right.
Doesn't matter. And I think it was a similar thing. He kind of rooted for them for a couple of years, but I don't know if it really latched on. Now, I don't know when this transition happened for him. My buddy Howie, he's just a diehard Bills fan, loves the Bills, and he's like, him and his wife had their daughter this past year doing like the unofficial christening of the baby through the little fake plastic table on the counter or something. So he's all in, him and his wife, and now baby Ginny as well.
I was trying to think of a good Bills name for her, but it's tough to find one. Flutie. I was
Flutie. Great. Works for a boy or a girl.
Josh say Alan. This is my daughter Alan.
Millennia.
I was actually a Bills fan at first too, because I just followed Doug Flutie. Didn't know much. I have a box of Doug Flutie flakes in a Bills uniform.
Flutie flakes.
Unopened. If anybody wants to try them, let me know. That's also says send me Gene's contact. No.
Hey, can't be doing that.
Declined. Cat Dad says Cat Dad is also a Vikings fan, and Andrew says Peter Labardius is a Vikes fan. And Stu confirms we got NBC Detroit in Saskatchewan. Interesting. Jamie from the Bow says Vic is. I used to work with him. Yeah. Before we go to break here, Adam asks, hey guys, what do you think the chances are the Oilers land Panarin? If not, anyone you think they have their eye on? I think it's low for Panarin.
It's like the money. He wants an extension to come with a trade.
Yeah.
I know Edmonton is an attractive place for players to come now because they're a premier team. I hate to cast assumptions on people. Like, I don't really see Artemi Panarin being interested in latching on in Edmonton for the next 3 or 4 years.
I would love it. I mean, or just for a cup run, I'd love to see it, but I don't think so.
As a rental, I think the Oilers would be really interested. But if the caveat is that he's only because he has control, right? The no trade clause. He's only willing to move it with an extension in place or waive it, I should say. Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen.
We talked about Bobby McMahon yesterday, Wainwright product.
I know Alex Tuck is the name that everybody's wanted all year, but with this way the Sabres are going, I just can't see them trading. Like, they will rather, and be as perhaps short-sighted as this might be, risk, not guarantee, but risk losing him for nothing and make the playoffs, then trade him away as their second best forward.
But the thing is, he's from Buffalo, right?
Yeah. New York, I think like Rochester or whatever, but Western New York.
I think turning it around this way is enough for him to be like, all right.
I mean, but the price is, because did he have a hat trick last night?
Well,
maybe not a hat trick, but he had at least a goal. I saw the highlight of it. The price is going up and up and up. And it's funny to think because of how bad the Sabres are, they have a lot of guys making some pretty big money. Maybe not a lot of guys, but at least a few guys.
I like the name Ryan O'Reilly. That's been, like if you're going to keep Nugent in the top
if you
six.
transition from, all right, we have a top 6 winger. His name's Ryan Nugent-Hopkins. Let's get a third line center instead.
Yeah, if that's the route you're going to go at 4.5.
Almost your check down play.
I assume the Preds could keep a little, but still at $4.5 million with the cap going up, like, shoot, for another year. I know he's a little older, but that's when I wouldn't mind. You can let us know your thoughts. 1-833-341-1440. We've got Stu Barnes just also saying that it was free TBS in the summer as well.
Cool.
Go Braves. Slurpy Sean says, I'm a Bills fan, but I got to be honest, I'm more a Josh Allen fan. So if he were to get traded, I would cheer for that team.
Interesting.
And I kind of think with like fantasy football, how popular it became. Like, there's more and more
Just
people
latch on
like
individuals than actually having a team. I'll say this: as long as I've liked hockey, I've been an Anaheim Ducks fan. Previously, the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. R.I.P. to that team name. And then when they went through this recent really bad number of years, and they traded Cam Fowler last year to St. Louis, he was my favorite player since he got drafted. I was on the brink of being like, I might just become a Cam Fowler fan now, and I might be done with the Ducks. But they showed me enough down the stretch last year that I was like, all right, I think the corner is about to be turned. Turns out I was kind of right. They're much better now. And they got a lot of really exciting young players. Love Jackson Lacombe. Maybe he's my new favorite player.
Blair says, did Hyman get a hat trick last night? Oh, wait, he got 1 goal.
Never mind.
We'll take a break.
Never mind.
We'll take a break. When we come back, more text 1-833-441-1440. Fantasy Frenzy brought to you by Will Hawk Beef Jerky.
When the ground freezes, you wonder how anything can get done. And instead of staying outside in temperatures that would make a polar bear cry, you head inside where it's toasty and warm. But that's not what GS Construction does. Because while the ground freezes above, we plan below, rebuilding and revitalizing the systems that keep our communities working year after year. Now, don't worry. GS Construction promises to do everything safely and efficiently, and we'll wear our extra warm clothing outside. For more on what we do, visit gsconstruction.ca.
I'm Colin Livingston, president of Cantork. Cantork has always been a forward-thinking company, but now that we've turned 25, I can't help but take a minute to take a look back. Thank you to everyone that's been with us along the way.
A pizza from Papa John's is already pretty great, but you know what's even better? 2 pizzas from Papa John's. For a limited time, get a medium 1-topping pizza for only $6 when you order any large specialty pizza at regular menu price. Whether you're feeding your family, your team, or yourself, get your next meal from your locally owned and operated Papa John's with a $6 1-top medium when you order any large specialty at regular menu price. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Hey, Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $500,000 on Mega Jackpots Ocean Bells? Think about the season tickets you could lock down with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Excavators, loaders, lifts, compaction equipment, and more. Find the XCMG construction equipment you need. Available for rental or sale at Japa Machinery Group. Japa, helping build Alberta from the ground up for 50 years. Visit japamachinery.com.
Hi, Mike here from Northgate Chevrolet Buick GMC. Happy New Year. I just wanted to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for everything in 2025. With your help and your support, we fed almost 500 families. We donated to various charities in the Edmonton area, and we're going to do it again in 2026. Please stop in and see us today, 13215 97th Street, or visit us online at northgategm.com.
You're in Northgate country.
They're not just a grocery store. They're a butcher, a baker, a cafe, deli, rotisserie pizza, and restaurant, all under one roof. Loca Quality Market does food differently with 2 locations to serve you, Edmonton and Sherwood Park. Visit loca.ca.
Are you looking for an affordable business, group, or team outing this season? Why not catch the excitement of a game with the 5-time Junior Hockey League champions, the Spruce Grove Saints? With extremely affordable group and suite packages available and some of the lowest food and drink prices around, Saints games are the perfect night for your next group event. Get your group in on the action. For more information, visit sgsaints.ca.
Sleep is for the off-season.
What off-season? Sports 1440 is live, loud, and locked 24/7. Oilers, Elks, Riverhawks, Stingers, Oil Kings.
We've got your fix. Edmonton's home to sports is Sports 1440.
Your fantasy football league sucks. Why? Oh, we've got 7 painfully accurate reasons. And don't worry, we've got fixes too. Visit fantasytoilet.com for all the tools and hilarious awards to make your fantasy league suck less.
You know, this year I can't decide what to work on for my New Year's resolution. See, my confidence, my appearance, or my general happiness.
Why not improve all 3 by finally addressing your hair loss? Hi, I'm Dr. Vance Elliott. Receding hairlines and bald spots can chip away at your self-image, make you look older, and feel unattractive. Let's discuss your options for regaining a full natural head of hair and make this the year you get your mojo back. Book a free first consultation today at drvanceelliott.com.
Who should start? Who needs to hit the bench? Find out with Fantasy Frenzy with Halley and Douglas. This is Sports 1440.
Presented by Will Hawk Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky.
It's 11:48. Welcome back. Fantasy Frenzy here on Sports 1440. Connor Halley, Brandon Douglas, Josh Fenwick, intern Mac with you here. Coming up next, Slow Down Flow Tide. They'll have Steve Lansky on the program and Declan, of course, and the Gregor Show. We forgot.
Are they rescheduling Bagged Milk's missed appointment yesterday?
We were sitting in the back tunnel hiding, and with them all had a shutdown. And Brandon's like, "Oh, who's your guest today?"
I like look at Declan because Declan he's just scrolling away his phone. We didn't really have any service back there, which did play a role in all this. But I said Declan, I was like, so we switched the station over to Fox Sports. Say, did you guys have any guests coming up the show today? He's like, "Oh, just Bagged Milk." I'm like, "What time's that supposed to be at?" It's 1 o'clock. I like pull up my phone. It's 12:56. I'm like, we're gonna like text him, tell him we're not calling you today or what?
He might be on today. I don't know. I haven't got the show lineup yet.
But I just for the Gregor Show lineup. But during that time, we made best use of it back there.
Yeah,
we played some fun. I guess they're team building games. What's it called? Wavelength.
Yeah. Content, I think, is what it is.
Yeah.
Potential.
And then Declan tried to guess Mackenzie and your favorite movies of all time using 20 questions.
Which when he couldn't get Mackenzie's.
That was because he was right there. He was right there. And then he just got like further away.
I'll say this. He found out the star was Denzel Washington.
Not to be confused with Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes. It's Denzel. Just text in 1-833-401-1440 What do you think Mackenzie's favorite movie is starring Denzel Washington? Because I thought it was obvious, and he picked every other movie.
Nearly.
Essentially.
He did not guess my favorite Denzel movie, which is Man on Fire.
Man on Fire. Mine, well, probably same as Country Max. On the Gregor Show today, I think we got Russo to talk some Minnesota Wild, as the Oilers will take them on tomorrow. Also, Olympic gold medalist Lorianne Munzer. LT will join us a little bit early. Colin Livingston, Cam Tate, Button, Mark Spector, and Mark Kennedy. Couple marks in the 5 o'clock hour.
Oh, Mark Kennedy.
Yeah.
Heading over to Milan.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno.
We'll teach him some Italian.
Arrivederci.
All right. So just for the record, nobody's got it right yet. Mackenzie's favorite movie. American Gangster, no. Training Day, no. Equalizer, no. All great movies. So maybe Declan wasn't as out to lunch as I thought
But keep in mind, you just gave one clue. Declan had 20 questions, and he figured out that Denzel was the lead at like question 12.
Yeah. John Q, no. Man on Fire, no. It was like, what else was is it like a...
Here's a big one. He knew it was from the year 2000 to 2010.
Yeah.
So that was big. That it's a drama, which, I mean, for Denzel, doesn't narrow it down a ton, I suppose. And that there isn't really a secondary lead character. It's more about the whole cast.
And also the location plays a role.
Yeah, in terms of the plot, the setting is a big factor.
Not Hurricane, not Flight, again, not Training Day, not Book of Eli.
Yeah, if anything, the text line is really vindicating Declan.
Vindicating, yeah, no kidding. And also, it's also making Donovan Paulson look not quite as bad.
Good point.
Because he has not seen said movie, which to me, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. Everyone should watch this movie once a year. And I think society would benefit greatly. Not Inside Man. No. Not Safe House. Come on, you guys. This is embarrassing. Corey, thank you. EG, thank you. Large Farva, thank you. Remember the Titans. Make them remember.
Forever.
They played the Titans. Not Gladiator 2. Come on. Taiki.
Which, hey, that's close because that was Connor's favorite movie, not Gladiator 2. Gladiator.
I love the sequel. Yeah. Haven't seen the original yet.
Really? Yeah.
Hope to see it one
What
day.
led us to this moment?
Gladiator, sick movie. Gladiator 2. I haven't seen it. It's on Netflix. But I got to watch that. I got to watch Sinners too. There's too many movies for me to watch. Not enough time.
I didn't watch any new movies last year, but I'm looking forward to this year. Oh, yeah, right. Thank you. I did watch a new movie last year. I watched Nuremberg. Great movie. But now 2026, I am borderline giddy about the next Christopher Nolan epic.
Oh yeah,
Odyssey.
That's going to be a classic.
I'm a real fiend for Greek mythology, and so this actually being interpretation of Homer's The Odyssey, I'm pumped for it. Great cast. It's who's in it? Travis Scott. Travis Scott's in it.
Zendaya.
Yep.
Tom Holland.
Yep. Matt Damon is Odysseus.
We should go see it. You know what, though? What the problem is, I want to watch it, but I want to be able to pause it. Be like, Duke, who's that? Who's that guy?
We'll have to wait till it comes out on DVD or Blu-ray.
Put the DVD and do a screening here. Was it John Q? No. Great movie, though. I can't get too mad at you. But Declan is vindicated. 100%. Yeah. Although if they had the same questions, 20 questions, I think people would have got it.
And speaking of vindication, I just had to text us back to Blair.
Yeah,
Alex Tuck did have a hat trick last night.
He did.
So thank you very much.
Against the Kings.
I know Puck.
Yeah. Could have been 1, could have been 3.
Could have been 1, could have been 3, but it was 3.
It was 3. Who do we want to go to this first round?
Well, now all those texts are buried underneath all the Denzel movie guesses. So you'll have to figure this out, Connor. I don't have the time or the patience.
Kevlar says my Flutie Flakes are probably a box of maggots.
I don't know why you have a very different approach than me. You pick a name you pick a winner for these.
Yeah.
I put them all in the wheel and spin it.
You don't pick a winner? You just let it
I
be?
just tell people that we're giving stuff away and then make up a name for the winner and nobody actually gets a prize. It's a great way to get engagement.
Duke just goes to the first
And
round.
if-
Hi, I'm Roger.
It's a great way to get engagement without actually having to offer anything up. No, I put all the names in a wheel and spin it.
I'm going to pick Andrew. His dad broke his femur. He's 73.
Nice.
So,
Great choice.
Andrew, please text us your email, 1-833-401-1440. Speaking of 73, up next is The Lowdown with Low Tide, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky. Wait, no, that's not what they're brought to you by. They're brought to you by Wolf GMC.
Woo.
Who else do you have? Lansky, anyone else?
A bunch of old goats.
Let's get to a Sports 14 party update with the Duke, brought to you by Wilhock Beef Jerky, home of Alberta's best beef jerky, online at wilhockbeefjerky.com. Only available in Leduc.
This is a Sports 1440 update.
Lone game on the NHL schedule tonight has the Chicago Blackhawks welcoming in the Columbus Blue Jackets. That gets underway just after 6:30 in the BCHL. Sherwood Park at home taking on the Black Falls Bulldogs. And Spruce Grove, they're out in Cranbrook for a road contest. In the AJ Drayton Valley with a game just outside our city. And in the association night, Toronto Raptors on the road in Orlando. They tip off at 5:30. Elsewhere, Knicks hosting Portland, Boston up against Sacramento, and the Lakers continue their road trip with a stop in Washington. Some news out of the NFL this morning as Minnesota Vikings have fired general manager Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah after 4 seasons on the job. And the Edmonton Elks making it official, the release of Canadian quarterback Trey Ford ahead of the upcoming free agency. Scotty's Tournament of Hearts playoffs underway as we speak in the 1-2 crossover games. Christina Black going up against Caitlin Oswald. Beth Peterson plays Carrie Anderson. And in our city tonight at the collegiate level, Pandas hockey at the Drake and Griffins women's hockey at the downtown community rink, as well as men's and women's volleyball from the David Atkinson gym. Coming up on Sports 1440, it is the Lowdown with Low Tide. I'm Brandon Douglas at your Sports 1440.